Hey Canucks fans, I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, and I'm the founder of the GLCBC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my take, all in one take. Yesterday we played the Vegas Golden Knights, first game of round 2. We lost 5-0. And my honest opinions, all in
Jake!
one...
What are you doing, man?
Well, I thought we should shake things up a little bit.
You know, I think you're onto something.
Oh yeah? So I can continue?
No, get out of here.
Oh.
See ya. The guy sits down in front of my camera and starts recording. But yes, Jake is onto something. Hey everyone, I'm actually Clay Emo. I'm actually at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clay Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is indeed my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, August the 24th. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. Thanks to everyone who joined me on the live stream last night. 2 live streams as my first one crashed for the first time ever. My YouTube app crashed on my phone. And I guess that was kind of analogous or fitting for last night where the Canucks crashed and burned in game 1 of their first game their first game of round 2. And as my son Jacob, he's the 2-time national bowling champion and Canadian record holder for junior boys. But I like bragging about him, as you can see. As much as he probably wouldn't be able to talk for another 10 seconds on the Canucks game last night, because that's Sean who knows more about the Canucks, he is right. The Canucks do need to shake some things up. So let's talk about what they need to do. A lot of us are worried about their offense after that 5-0 loss, and it makes sense. We did not get a goal past Robin Lehner, but we made it way too easy for him. But it would be too simplistic to say, oh, the Canucks should shoot more, the Canucks should create more traffic in front of the net, because all that starts in the other 2 zones, in the defensive zone and in the neutral zone. And I think that's where the Canucks struggled the most. Quinn Hughes had his worst game I think I've ever I've seen him have. He was -3. He was ineffective on the 1 power play opportunity that the Canucks got, getting his pass intercepted not once but twice, and actually being dragged down 1 more time in his own zone. So 3 really uncharacteristic plays for Hughes on the power play. And then you look at the other D, Tanev and Edler. Not fast. They really struggled last night. Edler took 2 more penalties, both penalties caused by him not moving his feet and getting beat. Then Ben and Fantenberg, they're solid enough, but they are not fast. They're not fast at all. And Stetcher, he's fast or faster, but he often gets manhandled just because of his size or lack thereof. So you can see where the 6 Canucks defensemen had a big problem last night. And that's because, I know we're sick of the word already, Canucks fans, but the Vegas Golden Knights are relentless. They're relentless in their forecheck, in their board battles, and just staying on top of the Canucks D. And they are so skilled, especially their top 6 is very skilled in Carlson, Marchessault, Smith, Stastny, and then Stone and Pacioretty. Like, those are 6 really skilled players. And when they can cycle the puck in a zone like they did for 2 or 3 of the Canucks goals, including 1 in the power play, that's a lot of skill there. And then their bottom 6 is this crazy mix of big guys and fast guys. You have big guys like Reeves and Carrier. You have fast guys, and then thrown in there, you also have one guy who's super big and super fast, and Alex Tuck. So you can see why the Vegas Golden Knights forwards are going to cause a lot of problem for the Canucks D. So what they got to do? They got to somehow win those board battles, and they got to somehow cause turnovers. And I'll get to that in a second. Then in the neutral zone, same thing. The Golden Knights did a really good job of neutralizing the Canucks in the neutral zone, not letting them break out cleanly, getting on them, winning, having an extra man in all the puck battles. So as I said, St. Louis was a better version of Minnesota. Vegas is a much better version of St. Louis in that they win puck battles, they're aggressive, they're big, but they have the speed and the skill to burn. Now, what can the Canucks do? Well, I do think one thing they can do, and I tweeted about this last night, is they can create turnovers. And sometimes the Vegas Golden Knights, yes, they're fast and they're relentless and they're buzzing, but they do make mistakes. Every team does. And I noticed, especially in the first period when the game was more even, that the Vegas Golden Knights do make mistakes. They turn the puck over, not a lot, but enough, where because they're creating so quickly in the offensive zone, oftentimes they'll lose a puck off their skates or they'll lose a puck off their stick. And if the Canucks can be ready for that to counter-strike and to counter in the transition game, that's where the Canucks can start to create some odd man chances, 2-on-1s and 3-on-2s. Now, what's tricky about that is I do think the Canucks got to support their defensemen better in the defensive zone. So if you're bringing a forward down, so now you have 3 guys low, obviously that lessens your chances of how many guys can break out quickly. But I think the priority needs to be obtaining the puck in your own zone first before the Canucks can worry about breaking out to the neutral zone and then to the offensive zone. So I think the Canucks really got to hopefully capitalize on a transition game. They are fast as well. They're certainly not as big as Vegas, but they are fast. So maybe the Canucks need to create turnovers and then try and create some odd man rushes. And in doing so as well, in creating those turnovers and in getting on the zone crisper and cleaner, they will also draw more penalties on the night. So the Canucks only had 1 power play, did not look good, but the Canucks have done all their damage this postseason on the power play. So they got to somehow find a way to get the Vegas Golden Knights to take some penalties on us. A couple other things. I joked about this morning on Twitter. You think from Sportsnet's coverage of Ryan Reeves that he's the second coming or the perfect blend of Gretzky, Crosby, and McDavid. Honestly, they probably cut to him 10 to 12 times in that game, maybe 3 or 4 times a period. And I get that he's personable. He's quite intriguing. This big, fast, and relatively skilled and not dirty player for his size. He's not a dirty player, but he's chirping all game and whatever it may be. But yes, Sportsnet did give him a lot of attention, and I would love for the Canucks to take some of that attention away. The answer is not Zach McEwen to come in and fight Reeves. That doesn't do anything. But the answer is to make Reeves play harder minutes, make him chase Canucks more as opposed to line them up more. I know much easier said than done, so that's something I'll look ahead to in Game 2 as well. As for Markstrom, no, I had a couple people in my live stream asking, should Demko start? No, of course not. Markstrom's your guy. He got you here. He wanted to play that third period, as we know, but I think it made sense to pull him and at least give him a bit of a rest, a mental refocus, and a physical refocus before Tuesday's game. As for the 2 Tylers, it sounds like Tyler Toffoli is at least 1 more game away, and Tyler Myers maybe a couple more games after that. So we don't want them to wait too long. Of course, only if they're healthy enough to come in. But they'd make a big difference. I would bring Toffoli in for Eriksson. Eriksson has not done much, although you do lose a penalty killer, so you have to figure that out. And then, if McEwen does draw in, would it be for someone like Eriksson or Gaudette? We need Antoine Roussel. I actually talked about how much I liked his chirping last night. I talked about that in my post-game vlog. But as I thought about it more, as I listened to more commentators, you don't want it to be so much where it's distracting yourself or your team from doing good things. And of course, getting yourself a 10-minute misconduct, no matter what, for a hugging, saying something inappropriate, whatever it was. That was not a good look either. So hopefully Roussel comes back a little more focused, and I expect him to. So there we go, Canucks fans. A few things to think about. I really think, though, the sky's not falling. And as I said on Twitter last night, I'm not giving up at all. But I'm strangely at peace with what happened last night. It's not what I wanted to happen, but I was much more upset when the Canucks lost the first game to Minnesota. I was much more upset when the Canucks lost 2 straight to St. Louis. For this one, I feel that, thankfully, it's only game 1, and it's a 7-game series, not a 5-game series. And I think Vegas has kind of shown their cards already, truly. And I think Vancouver has yet to do so. They don't want to wait too long to do so. But I'm excited about tomorrow night's game, and I'm hopeful for a much more better result. And I'm hoping that Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson are indeed dripping in finesse as we go. Okay, Canucks fans, question of the day. How are you feeling right now? That's what I'm going to ask you. How are you feeling right now after that 5-0 loss yesterday? Are you feeling kind of like me, more optimistic, at least that the Canucks can do better tomorrow? Are you worried? Are you scared? Have you given up? Or are you saying, no, the Canucks are still going to win this thing in 5? Whatever it is, leave a comment below. I love to read, react, and reply, as always. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great day. I'm going golfing with the boys. I can't wait. God bless, and go Canucks go.